Today we're gonna be reacting to videos, situation like Mo3 and Yella Beezy situation. I wanted to talk about white uh, Americans' delusion in America, what people call white privilege, which is basically just a delusional state, whereas they don't acknowledge anything that their forefathers have done and how it's affected Black Americans descendant of slavery. When I say Black Americans, I mean descendants of slavery in America, who've been here before 1776, during 1776, through slavery and everything. And white people have a delusional state. If Mitch McConnell is 80 years old and he has a delusional state of what America is and what this country is built on because it's all fake, he said it doesn't matter. Well, if it doesn't matter, then that means that it's all fake, right? And that's very disrespectful to like people like the veterans in the Black American community because that means that they were fighting for nothing. You see what I'm saying? So it's just stuff like that that happens in America that just gets swept under the rug, and I feel like a lot of Black Americans they don't really know who they are, so it's hard for them to understand
March
understand
Madness.
it's hard for them to understand why certain things are the way they are and why some Black people they might not understand why I don't feel comfortable around white Americans, whether I'm cool with them or not. You know what I'm saying? Because white Americans think if I'm friends with Black people, so that means I'm not racist. No, you're not racist. You're racist because you're ignorant. You don't understand why this situation has happened to my people and how it's affect us. Now you're saying to me that you're friends with white people, so that means you're not racist. Now we got white people on this app, literally verbatim trying to copy Black people who are talking about the Holy Bible and trying to regurgitate what we're saying in a reversed way. Like it's just weird. Like you're not saying anything, bro. Let's go to his video right now. He just went live. He just went live. This is a Caucasian person who's confused, who is delusional, who does not understand what America is. This is, I would say, 96% of Americans walking around today. Not just white. It's Black people that walk around like this. They just say stuff. He just saying things. He not actually. We're gonna go over a whole Bible verse and everything. Black people being sold into slavery, that was already prophesized. That was a prophecy. Black people being sold into slavery was a prophecy. See, white people don't like that. White people don't like that. We could look at stuff and we could say, well, in 15 years it should be like this. Everybody does that, but when Black people do stuff, they like to scrutinize us and they like to jump on us and all this other shit because they know that we're right. So even though it's in the Bible and we didn't write the Bible recently, the Bible been around for thousands of years. So how would they know anything about what because that was the only situation that happened in the world. The transatlantic slave trade, that was the only time people were brought from somewhere else with chains around their neck on the ocean. That's the only time that's happened. That hasn't happened at no other point in history. It's so crazy. I was about to say, bro. All right, I think I spelled it wrong. Hold on. But it's just crazy to me. Like it's really people out here like this, bro. And then we'll try to say God, God. Well, you're not talking about my God, man, the Most High. You're not talking about Him, man. And it's crazy. Like I say, more than half of the Black race in America, they don't believe in the Most High. So a lot of y'all thinking, oh man, why they don't believe? Because they're not supposed to believe. And if you really read the Bible, you really read the Bible, you'll see that it's an away game. We don't have the advantage. We're not the favorites. On earth, the demons are the favorites, meaning they have the power. It's not even the power, it's just they have the likeness of being a demon roaming the world, being worldly. They have that against us. But listen to what he's saying. He's not saying nothing. It's just white people agreeing with him because he's white and he's saying a bunch of BS and they just want somebody to validate how they feel. So they look at it like we black people, we just validating how we feel from the Bible. We're not actually, well, it's not actually important. It's not actually real. No, I'm so serious. Like, look at this picture. Y'all think I'm playing, bro? Like, white people feel like we just validating ourselves, and people that suck up to white people, other races too, that suck up to white people and suck up to this way of thinking. They think that we just think like this to validate ourselves and to feel like a victim and to like, nah, bro. This is real life, bro. This is real life, and they just play around with this shit. He walk around calling himself Satan. Oh, I'm Satan. I'm Satan. I'm Satan. You are though. That's literally what you are, and it's just like Jamal Bryant saying, "Oh, all of y'all calling yourselves conservatives in the White House with Trump. Y'all runaway slaves. That's literally what we are. We are the runaway slaves. We don't want to be like that anymore. We don't want to be on the Democratic side with, you know what I'm saying, the LGBT and the weird people. They unaliving babies. They hate families and all types of shit. Like that's it's obvious what they stand for is not what black people stand for. And we started out as a conservative group of people. You can't say we weren't. Look at black people in the 60s and the 50s and the 40s. We were a conservative group of people. We didn't have no choice. When were we liberated? I always ask this question to black liberals, and they don't even understand what I'm talking about because they don't do the history. They hate this. They don't want to hear nobody speaking with sense. They want to hear this.
You spelling that shit hella awkward. A lead. A liar. You dumbass whore. You don't put whore in horror films. I wouldn't look at you though. I'd rather look at Alien or Predator. You ugly as hell. You uglier than them. You uglier than both of them put together. You still here? You stupid fucking peasant.
You see how he talking to people, but he's the same person I try to say, oh man, God this and God that. And people really listening like, man, that makes sense. This man be rhyming words. This man was earlier rhyming words saying, uh, Allah, Ali, Ali. Like he just starts saying words and saying stuff. And people really in there listening to this. Look at in this picture right here that I just posted. In the picture on this dude's sign, right? I don't think he Caucasian, but the lady under him Caucasian. All of these movements, these liberal movements, they're ran by white people. But this dude that's standing over this liberal white lady, right, holding a sign that says Jesus was trans. They don't have like, bro. This is why it's so funny that that's not even Yeshua name. You see how good God is. God will let them go over there and because we don't even know, we not even supposed to know what they talking about. When I found out that that's not Yeshua name, Jesus not his name, it turned my whole life around and my perspective and thinking and everything around. It's just like if you ever watch Roots which is a real story, but if you ever watch Roots and you're not one of those black people, oh my God, I can't watch it because I can't watch slave movies and it scares me. Shut the fuck up. But if you watched Roots, when Kunta Kinte got over here and they changed his name, it's the same thing. Jesus isn't his name. So you having that sign up, you trying to basically play God, play his son, play you trying to play the Most High Son by saying, "Oh, Jesus was trans." Bro, who are you even talking about? You see what I'm saying? But they can't even think like that because they too busy. They're not even gonna read the book. They're just gonna talk shit. They're just gonna talk shit, talk shit, talk shit. Like this.
Blow like Twitter. The rest of you homies nerve some.
Somehow he could listen to music on his stream. Some streamers could listen to music on their stream, but other streamers can't. See what I'm saying? Like it's a certain type of energy. It's a certain type of energy. See, he doing so. I'm not even going to see. He's so dumb. It's not even going to make sense for me to try to say something about how dumb this person is. So I just gotta let them. I just gotta let them be over there because what he's saying is not even making sense. White America, I say 90, I say 98% of white Americans are confused and delusional. They don't even know where they live at. That's for all ages. They don't even know where they live at. They don't know what's going on. They don't know how they got here. And if they do, they just got here in the 1900s. If they tell you, oh, I'm from Ukraine, I'm from Woodaroo, They just got here recently in the 2000s, 1900s. They're like basically they're an immigrant. They're immigrants. Black people, we are the original American, whatever you want to call it. We've been here the longest, and we have the least say. You want to know why? Because they made it. It's just like it's just like it's just like we the we the ones that keep on getting picked on. That's just what it is. We the ones that keep on getting picked on. We not standing up for ourselves the right way. Doing a peaceful protest, and this is what I didn't agree with Martin Luther King. I'm not inciting violence or anything. Um, I'm not inciting violence. I'm just saying the peaceful protest thing that Martin Luther King and them was doing. That was it was a time and a place for that. But that's you see what I'm saying. When look at this, Martin Luther King and them people, they started the liberals. They started this. So now everybody got to feel like they got a grievance. White people, you don't have a grievance in America. Anybody that got here in America in 19 after 1965, look, if you got here after look, if your people just got here, man, y'all don't got in the 1900s, you don't got a grievance in America. Black Americans have a real grievance in America. This isn't a joke. This isn't something to, oh man, they're against me too, man. No, we're not the same. They not like us. They not like us, like literally. And I'm not even a Kendrick fan. It's just that song is so real. I don't even listen to rap music like that. I don't even really like I might listen to a rap song like, oh, that was a hard ass beat. Like I might listen to an OT7 Quantity song real quick because it's the beat. I like the beat. But I don't want to listen to a rap music. Go listen. Oh, I want to listen to Kendrick. I want to hear a Playboy Cardi said on that song. I want to bump it. Like I'm not that person. I'm gonna hear it accidentally scrolling in my shorts to be like, oh, that's kind of I like that beat. Because I've grown to another level as black men who be 50, 60 years old, 40 years old. They never grown to another level of beyond the rap culture. The rap culture that's created by a white liberal. See, they told us entertain, man, you're entertainer. Jay-Z, Beyonce, woo. Man, Jay-Z met Beyonce when she was a little ass girl. She wasn't even of age. She was a little ass girl. If Jay-Z and Drake was doing what they did in your community, you'll be trying to jump down their throat. You be trying to get them arrested. But see, the thing with the black community is if something is sparkling in their face, a stone is sparkling in their face, or they see that money, the mark of the beast, in somebody's hand, because that's what they said the mark of the beast would be. That's like your phone, that's money, paper money, and stuff like that in your hand. Now it's all right. You can do whatever you want to do. You can unalive people. You can do whatever you want to do. White people in America, they're delusional. They don't actually know what's going on. They don't actually know what happened or nothing. So, and it's like, oh man, it doesn't matter what happened. That's a dumb way of thinking. Because then that means what we did yesterday don't matter. See what I'm saying? If it wasn't for our grandfathers, our great grands fighting in these wars, we probably wouldn't even be how we is today. They needed us, like always. We just stepped up to the plate because the odds was always stacked against us. When the people came over, the fake Jews came over here, they started enslaving black people. But they so Jewish, and you a fake Jew. The real Jews is black. That's me. I'm a real Jew. My family is real Jews, whether they understand that or know that or not. Just because we don't know our native name and native language, that don't mean that's not what we is. I mean, that's not what y'all is because y'all don't even know it. We didn't teach it to y'all. See, black people learn from their oppressors, so they hate to hear stuff like this because they don't know nothing else. They don't know nothing else. This is your culture, rap culture, unaliving each other, doing dumb shit back and forth. That's your culture. You don't know anything else because you learned from your oppressor. You learned from the same person that was slaving you. Same goes for white people. That's why they're confused and delusional. because they learned from the same people that was doing the crimes. Their people. They didn't learn from us. They didn't get our. You think white people be sitting up in their house, motherfucking thinking about what happened, telling their kids what happened to Harriet Tubman and shit. And it's gonna probably be one white person that comment and say, "My parents always recited the 'I Have a Dream' speech of Martin Luther King." Like, bro, out of all white people, bro, you probably like the one out of 100. Your parents made you recite "I Have a Dream." Like, even though they did that, that don't mean shit. It's deeper than that. And y'all don't realize how deep it is because y'all not actually reading the scribes. You hate the scribes. You against the scribes. But you can't show me no other history that got nigga, they're talking about black people in the Bible. Don't you understand that? Don't you understand that we were the first people on earth? That white people just got here some thousands of years ago? White people just got here some thousands of years ago. We didn't always have big buildings and houses and all of this shit built where white people could go inside and hide their face from the sun because that's what they're doing. They know that. That's why they put that cream and them chemicals on their body. Black people don't have to do that. They deluded black people into thinking you no, everybody has to wear sunscreen. No, we don't. Everybody doesn't have to wear sunscreen. Black Americans don't have to wear sunscreen. It's a fact. Nothing's gonna happen. Our skin is gonna get darker and charcoal and protect itself. Your skin isn't. It's a reason for that. Y'all don't understand because y'all not reading the book. Y'all don't believe how is this country under God? This country not under God. What God? A God? Not the most high God from the KJV Bible. It's white people feeling like they gotta have a grievance, especially the liberals. They feel like they have to have a grievance. We have to have a speech. We have to walk in the streets. We have to have a peaceful protest. This is just something for them to do. This is just something for them to do while they waiting for they what do white people eat? Casserole to get done. Like this is just something for them to do during the day. You see, Jesus was trans. You see a sign? Because he don't got nothing else to do with his life. He don't even know what he talking about. He don't even know what he regurgitating. He don't even know what he's saying. He's just following in the footsteps of a white liberal who thought it was cool and funny to make fun of the Most High, Son, Christ, Yeshua Hamashiach. It's so strong, it's so powerful. When they hear me say this, they gotta, oh, it's blurred out. It's not real. What are you talking about? It's not real. I hate you. I know you hate me. And I hate you too. But I hate you in a different way. I hate you in a way that I want God to take care of you. You hate me in a way like you want something to happen to me. No, I'll hate you in a way where I want God to take care of you. I hate your exterior and how you act. I don't really hate you for being a victim. We hating people in today's time. We get mad at people because they people was victims. That's what we do in America to Black Americans. But we don't get mad at the white man and say, "Oh, you don't take accountability." Y'all never took accountability, so we hate y'all for that. Take accountability. We don't walk around saying that because white people don't gotta take accountability. White people could do what they want to do and go about their day. Like Brett Favre. White people could do what they want to do and go about their day. Like Andrew Jackson. Like the Ku Klux Klan leader Duke. White people get to do what they want to do and go about their day. Mitch McConnell, he could denounce a whole 150 years of American history and just say, man, that shit don't matter, man. I didn't do it. We didn't do it. All right, you didn't do Civil War either. So we just gonna say, man, that don't matter. The Civil War don't matter. Let's go back to slavery. This is how they think. They don't think logically when it comes to black people because they feel like they don't have to. They feel like we already conquered. When somebody's already conquered, I don't have to speak to you. The Pharaoh didn't have to speak to the Israelite slaves. He just had to be above them and sit on his, you know what I'm saying? Sit on his high horse and go to his palace. He didn't have to speak to the Israelite slaves because they already conquered, he felt like. But once we started to get, you know what I'm saying, some courage with Moses and stuff like that, and we decided to leave, he was like, "Oh, where y'all going? We need y'all back." So no, black conservatives aren't crying if Trump wants to say allow these people to say we can't come into the establishments and we got to order offline, off Instacart or DoorDash or whatever. It's all right. It's all right. We're not gonna cry and complain. We're gonna make our own. What you liberals gonna do is cry and complain. Please, police the police. Can you please? There is no police in the police. There is no police in the police. There is no policing the Ku Klux Klan. There is no policing Dr. Fauci. You wanna know why? You wanna know why for real? Okay. Is Dr. Fauci on the run or not? This is the type of stuff that goes on because black people don't read Deuteronomy chapter 28. Black people don't get their kids around, they family around and read Deuteronomy chapter 28 and go through their history. Black people don't even know where their history book at. Black people, where your history book? They're gonna put out a book made by a white liberal that got a white man with a Egyptian an Egyptian crown on his head. He gonna have an Egyptian pharaoh crown on. I'm telling y'all the truth. It's literally a mean joke of every book that Americans have read growing up in school that has a white man in the Egyptian king pharaoh type of hat. It's literally movies of Egyptians being portrayed by white actors as if black people not even alive and can't play the role. This is called delusion. They did this on purpose. The people that you're looking at in these pictures, those are the type of people that do that type of stuff because they don't like black Americans. Has nothing to do with Caribbeans or African American Africans that got over here after slavery. Has nothing to do with y'all. Has everything to do with black Americans.
Spring, not Jerry Spring. What's his other? Mo3? If you ever looked.
Oh, this is Bishop Nathaniel. He's on 3 Milli Productions here, and he's gonna tell you why. He's gonna explain to you why black Americans are so confused and white Americans are so confused and don't know who they are. They created this confusion on purpose. They looked and seen this years ago. Go ask, go ask, um, why I just almost said Theodore. It's not Theodore. Go ask the president who said he was gonna have black Americans voting Democrat for 200 years. If whoever's in that chat know who I'm talking about, it's that president that said I'm gonna have black. He said I'm gonna have N words voting Democrat for 200 years. He was the president after JFK got killed. I don't know why I just forgot his name.
I'm talking about the cases where they say you
Man, I'm back.
I'll make the
Divine
pause. It's going to
Retribution,
be
what's up?
detrimental to our
Lyndon B.
people
Johnson,
because we
yes,
were
yes,
not
yes, yes,
brought to
yes, yes, yes,
America
yes, yes.
as the promised land.
Divine, look at that, right on time. Divine Retribution, man.
Bring
Salute
it
to her,
down.
man. She part of the VI crew. She part of the Voltron crew. She part of the YouTube streets, man. The black YouTube streets, man. We taking over. But look though, right? Divine, Lyndon B. Johnson said he's going to have N words vote him Democrat for 200 years. And he's not alive. And it looks like it's working. Whatever he said, that, like, it looks like it's working. So, what we're going to do is we're going to play Bishop Nathaniel because he's reading the real history book of Black Americans. This is why they took the Bible out of schools in 1965 because they realized this book is about Black Americans.
Chinese society. But America glorified.
See, the thing about I'm learning about God, you going God, the Most High God, the real God from the KJV Bible, the real God, right? He gonna let you walk yourself into a trap. That's why Jamal Bryant said, "You black conservatives, y'all like runaway slaves." You damn right. That's why that white man on live 777 or whatever he want to call himself, he calling himself a demon, a devil, Satan. You damn right. This stuff don't happen for no reason. I didn't know that though. So thanks for educating us, man. Divine, stop playing. You knew that, man. Man, I appreciate you, Divine, man. I just get up here. I just try to, you know what I'm saying? Get up here and try to speak the truth because I see so many people, man. It's like black people. If we keep on going down the path that we going, our kids gonna be overly lost. Our future generations, they kids, they gonna be overly lost. They're not gonna know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you might not agree with everything that Bishop Nathaniel's saying in the IUIC camp, and you don't like his camp, but he's speaking the truth. He's really breaking down the Bible for what it is. We wrote the Bible. It was our scribes. It was our readings. It was our books. Because we are a peaceful group of people. That's what we do. We sit down, we write, we talk, and we have intellectual conversations and intellectual movements and things going on. We was already, so they like to make it seem black people discovered America. We was the first ones on this land. But they try to make it seem like we slow or we dumb and we didn't know how to make boats before them. We didn't know how to do anything before white people. No, before white people we made boats. We did all of that stuff. We had math, we did arithmetics and all types of stuff. We have inventions and everything. But they'll try to make us seem like we are a lesser group of people so they could portray that to the world and the world could do the same. It's easy to join the bully, it's not easy to join the bullied. The bullied, the people that's getting bullied, the prey, it's easy to join the predator. The predator, because you know that the prey isn't gonna fight with you. At least the predator, they gonna fight with you and you're gonna be able to get over and get what you want. So they gonna join the predator. When the fake Jews got over here and they started enslaving black people, they didn't hop into black people's struggle and try to free the slaves and all that shit. They went with the predator so they could have the upper hand. They felt like that was the upper hand. They went with the upper hand. Pretty sure if it was the other way around, they would have went with the black Americans and did what we said we was doing because we had the guns and all that stuff. But at that time, that's what it was. We was the prey. We still, in a certain sense, I say, systematically and emotionally, definitely, and just mentally too. We are the prey because we don't know who we are. So that's kind of like you stole our identity. You stole our identity. You see how they did us? They stole our identity. So that's why it's so easy to make fun of Yeshua Hamashiach. That's why it's so easy to put your knee on you know what I'm saying, on our backs and beat the crap out of Rodney King and do Sonya Massey any type of way when she just was calling for help, and they got her hyped up on these drugs. Here, take these drugs. Put these drugs into your body that make you feel crazy and erratic. So now when they unalive you, they say, "Oh look, she was shaking, so I had to shoot her." I was just watching a video. They don't even consider us people. They still don't consider us people. We still 3/5 of a human or whatever it is. We not considered a real people. And the sooner you understand that, I feel like the better that you move in this country, and the wiser you'll move in this country, and you'll be a better pillar to your people, your family, your community, the race. Period. This is why we can't look towards entertainers, because they're working for people that want to see our demise. See these people that I got in a picture on here, they just in our way. They in our way, but believe it or not, it's black people that be next to these people, like they really saying something profound. Like they really saying something that makes sense, that we should care about. It's a joke, it's goofiness. You have to stop it. We have to, or we're not gonna get anywhere. Some black people, they might not want to go anywhere. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Does that? China just said we got to get rid of rap music. They said the things they're rapping about is bringing down Chinese society, but America glorifies it.
Spark the candle up.
Kamala Harris had what's her name? Megan Thee Stallion. Glorilla. All these people twerking on the stage, and it's glorified. I'm gonna give you another example. If you notice, not Jerry Springer, what's his other? Maury Povich. If you ever look, I'm talking about the cases where they say, you are not the baby's father. And a black woman runs off crying, ah! But meanwhile, she was condemning him, you no good, you this, you that. Then it turns out she was in the midst of adultery. The crowd, the audience, who did they comfort? Is it the man or the woman?
The woman.
The woman.
Followed her.
Meanwhile, the man is standing there like, what the hell? Even in cases where the father is hoping that's his child, and it turns out he's not the baby daddy. The audience comforts the woman who's crying. And the father's standing there like, am I in a Twilight Zone or something? What's going on?
Definitely in the Twilight Zone. You definitely in the Twilight Zone. So they make the woman the head of the black community so that we are at a disadvantage physically.
Man, I am blessed to be your host, Caleb Smith. Today we have.
This is why they push so hard for you niggas to portray this rap culture and perpetuate this rap culture and perpetuate killing each other for stupid ass reasons and hating on each other and being so jealous and dumb minded and short sighted. This is why they perpetuate this shit. They perpetuate this shit so you could be in jail and be their slave, or you can be dead and can't take care of your family anymore. And you niggas just eat it up. Man, I'm in the streets, man. I'm in the streets. I gotta watch out. Man, shut the fuck up, bro. Because if somebody see you doing a crime, there's no guarantee that they're not gonna tell on you. You trying to make them not telling you is a crime in itself. So what are you really trying to do? A lot of black people, they don't have no purpose because they don't know who they are. They never read Deuteronomy chapter 28. They never actually read these scriptures and chapters in the Bible. So they don't know who they are. Yes, I'm here telling you the black history is in the KJV Bible. So when you don't know who you are, you don't know where you're going, you don't know what your purpose is.
Favorites back in the studio, Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Bishop, how you feeling today, brother?
I'm feeling good, brother. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate
it. Yeah. Bishop, you have basically prophesied about everything that we're seeing right now. You guys have been preaching about this for years upon years, decades of work. Starting off, you had a great interview. I Never Knew TV. I love that channel. And you talked about black people in America getting our wake-up call. Mm-hmm. What does our wake-up call look like right now in today's time?
Our wake-up call is called Jacob's trouble in the Bible. We read Jeremiah 30:7, if I could get that one. Then I want 1 Peter 4:7, if I can. All right. Our wake-up call is going to be detrimental to our people because we were not brought to America
as the promised land. People think, oh, this is the promised land. No, 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 no. We were brought here as punishment to serve out our captivity and repent of our sins. The preachers have done us a disservice in not teaching us or telling us this truth. So we've grown up in society thinking this was.
He probably gonna end up explaining it, but I'm gonna just say it anyways. All of the preachers, they are given an incentive. They are paid to not tell the people in the black church, if you want to call it that, the truth about their history. They're not supposed to get. They're literally paid not to speak politically and correlate that with the Bible and show them and really enlighten them to who they are and what's going on in the world. Because the Bible speaks about what's going on in the world today. Isn't that crazy? I know that's crazy to some people that don't believe. But if you really read the Bible, if you really was a book nerd and you knew something, because the Bible is just a book, but it's a history book. So you so smart, you such a book nerd, you supposed to have read the Bible and the Quran and all these books, but you didn't. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
A place for us to be successful, live in prosperity, and be part of the black bourgeoisie. But that is not the outcome. Read that for me.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Jacob's trouble. We're going to live in, this is troublous times. Okay, was that it?
But he shall be saved out of it.
At the end, we're going to be saved out of it. Not all of us, some of us. Get 1 Peter 4 and 7, please.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand.
Right. 70 AD was approaching during the time of Peter. That's the Apostle Peter speaking. Rome was about to destroy Jerusalem in 70 AD. Go ahead.
Be therefore sober and watch unto prayer.
So, with that right there, no, 1 Peter, that was 4 and 7?
Yes, sir.
Where shall the unrighteous stand? Where's that one at? I want the one where it says, if we shall suffer, what shall happen to those that obey not the gospel of truth? But anyway,
Verse 18.
Okay, thank you.
Verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God?
So all our people gonna get it. The righteous gonna get it, and the wicked amongst our people gonna get it. But the difference is the righteous gonna inherit eternal life on this planet. The wicked of our people, they get in the lake of fire. They gonna be, it's bye-bye, finished with you.
Yeah.
Lord, it's bye-bye. Damn.
Come on, Bishop. Black bourgeoisie, right? Here in Atlanta, of course, we have a real big class of that. DEI, seeing how right now people are losing those nice, comfortable government jobs.
Yes,
how do you
sir.
feel about seeing black people, especially black people, in
DEI
high-ranking
has
spots,
nothing to do with
losing
what he
out
just
jobs
said.
and things like that because of
Respect to
DEI?
his podcast.
They just got rid of the general.
Yeah, I saw that. For a 3-star general, he was a 4-star.
Yeah, 4-star.
Yeah.
CQ something. I can't remember his name. CQ something. Charles Q. I can't remember the last name. But anyway, he was over that DEI thing too. He was one of the first.
Yeah.
They fired Joy Reid.
Yeah.
This week.
2 days ago.
She was on the news, on TV, crying and crying. And listen, I don't wish bad on them.
That's not the exact video I wanted to go through. I'm about to go to it right now. But black people. I mean black liberals. Do y'all want to be next to these people or do you not want to be next to these people? You gotta make your mind up and you gotta do it fast. Because they're gonna make it up for you. Then you're gonna get exactly what you've been asking for. Them white liberals that was next to you in his picture like this, they're not gonna help you. They're not gonna do anything. What are they gonna do if you can't go to Walmart and Target? What are they gonna do? Bring some food to your house? They're gonna make sure that you pay them to do that. What are they gonna do? Give you a discount? Like, you gotta understand where we living at to understand what's going on. It's people in Trump ear telling him, "What's up, Bam?" Salute the hot boy Bam. But it's people in their ear like Mitch McConnell telling him, "Yo, do this, do that," just because they like the reaction that people like Jasmine Crockett give them when they do these things, stuff that's really not affecting their life. The only thing Black Americans supposed to be talking about is reparations. We have nothing else to talk about. We literally have cities that we tried to build up that was burnt to the ground by these people. And the best example that we always use that's not an isolated incident, Black Wall Street, right? Man, what's up with y'all, man? Let me go to this video here.
The white man, right? Because I was about to lead into my very next question, Bishop. When I go back and see old pictures and I see white people.
There go the video right here, y'all.
Skip.
He went in on this video. We do not pray to the same God. That's the video. The video is called, it's on 3 Milli Productions. We do not pray to the same God. Bishop Nathaniel, I always give the content creator a shout out.
You were preaching, man, because nobody talks about white women, right? Even in the past election, everybody was blaming black people. Black people, I saw it was like 80% black men.
Everybody blamed black people when Trump got elected. But most of the people that voted for Trump were white, women, and men. So where the fuck did black people come? It's because we're always the ones that's getting kicked. Because we're still down. We're always the ones getting kicked while we're down. They're not even kicking us no more. They goddamn it jumping on us. They goddamn 8 towns stomping on our ass. They goddamn it crip walking on our ass. You want to know why? Because we focused on stupid shit. We don't even know who. We fighting the wrong people. Man, Russia, man, why would we talk to... What the fuck is you talking about, Jasmine Crockett? We got people that's out of order. They don't even know what they talking about. They don't even know the history of America. If Mitch McConnell don't know the history of America, I can guarantee you Jasmine Crockett doesn't know the history of America. The real, I'm talking about in depth. Not just to 1865 and 1770. I'm talking about real history. Because you would have to read the Bible to get that. Could you imagine the history of America is in the Bible? The history of America is in the Bible, and we're going to get to that. Oh, you think I'm lying? You think I don't know what I'm talking about? You think I'm crazy? You think I didn't go to work? I'll be doing that later. I'll go live when I'm at work, too. How about that? Dude gonna hop in my live talk some go to work while I was at work. This is how you think about black people. I don't mind. I want you to say how you really think about black people, so I can really say how I think about white people. That's why I don't have a lot of white friends. I'm not friends with my oppressor. I know exactly what happened and what's going on. I'm not a dummy. I'm not walking around deluded in a delusion, trying to figure out what's going on. I know what's going on. I know what happened. I know why you acting the way you acting, white man and white woman. But what they do is they set up and attack black people because we're the easy targets. That's what I was looking for. That's the phrase I was looking for. We are the easy targets.
And voted for Kamala, 90% black women. That's the highest for any other group. Then white women voted in numbers for Trump. The first time and the second time, but nobody blames white women.
Right.
Nobody talks about Emmett Till. Nobody talks about 1906. We had a whole race riot here in Atlanta off of a white woman. Why do you think white women are?
Listen, and the people, the dude that's doing this interview, I have nothing against you, bro. I salute you. This is great content. Thank you for paying Bishop Nathaniel and getting in the IUIC camp to come up here and help you. Why would your oppressor, why would your bully go walk around and tell the police that they broke your legs? Why would the bully go to the police and tell the police that they broke your legs at school? They're just gonna leave you there. They're just gonna leave you there and run away from you. Let the next person come up and say, "Oh my God, his legs are broken. Call the police. Call the ambulance." They're just gonna leave you there with your broken legs after they beat your ass and jumped on you. Nobody cares about black people like the way y'all think y'all. Man, we got black liberals in the Congress, and certainly they care about black people and would do the right thing.
Always get skipped over, even by black men. Because black men, we will still see us dating white women, professional athletes, all of that. Why do white women always just escape?
The white woman gets a pass.
Yeah.
She has been the model of beauty
Wow.
for centuries. You pick up, even when you get black magazines like, what's black, female black magazine?
Ebony.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, female black?
Female.
Essence.
Essence.
Yeah.
Okay, let's use that.
Yeah, Essence.
Essence. The black women in that model themselves after the white woman.
That's true.
It's not based on Afrocentricity. It's based on Eurocentricity. Those are Negropeans, I call them. That's what they are.
And if that's so funny. And if a Negropean watching this and saying to himself, "Man, this don't got nothing to do with Yellow Beezy or Mo3. This got everything to do with Yellow Beezy and Mo3. Nigga, this is the Yellow Beezy and Mo3 content that you want to see. Everything that everybody else talk about, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. So you're gonna keep on regurgitating the same thing, same. They all regurgitating the same thing because they don't know what they talking about. This is why Yellow Beezy and Mo3 was acting how they was acting. This is why the black community is how it is today. Because they're not picking up that KJV Bible, reading Deuteronomy chapter 28. They too busy being worldly, worried about things of this world. They're not going to see the miracle of the Most High. They're not going to see the prophecies of old. They can't even see the prophecy of old. You talking about people that can't even see the prophecy of old, but you want them to see the new prophecy? They can't even see the old one.
Black women who idealize the white woman with a brown complexion. That's all it is.
Yeah.
From the texture of the hair to the way they dress, everything is Eurocentric, and that is far from the bottom. Give me that numbers 15 around. I want the part it says. It gives the dress code, but here's the part I want. Start at 39, I think it is. Start at 39.
Numbers chapter 15.
Or 40.
Verse 40.
Okay.
That ye may remember and do all my commandments and be holy unto your God.
Mm-hmm.
I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God.
Here it comes.
Yes, sir.
Come on. No. The dress code, Yuri.
Yes, sir. Verse 38.
Okay.
Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So this is the dress code. People say, why y'all wear fringes? Because God gave us a dress code. Go ahead.
Throughout their generations,
Mm-hmm.
and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them.
So the fringes are meant to remind us to do the commandments. But watch this.
And that ye seek not after your own heart.
This is what I want. And that you seek not after your own heart.
And your own eyes.
And your own eyes, things you see.
After which ye used to go a-whoring.
So when you bring it up to today's standards, you bring it up, you look at Essence magazine. I used to always watch GQ.
Yeah.
Then there was one called, was it Male Mag? There was a black version for men. Forgot the name of the magazine.
Before we even get into that, it's a lot of black people in the demonic Christian church that like to be smart alecks and say the New Testament, that's what we live by. That's Old Testament. Fringes and all of that, that's Old Testament. But what did Christ say in the New Testament? If ye love me, follow ye commandments. What do they help you remember? The fringes, the commandments from the Old Testament. Right? I don't wear fringes. I'm a sinner. who probably gonna sin again. That's what black people they don't understand about the Bible. White people they too far gone. They too they too far gone. They don't white people they nigga they is fighting. Who what did Sonya Massey say to the cop before she got unalived? What did she say? She said I rebuke you. You think it's a coincidence that he shot her after that? Cause she said a word. There's people out here that don't even know what I'm talking about. There's people out here that think it was just coincidence. There's people out here that's getting mad because I'm telling you the truth right now. The real truth. You think it's coincidence that the cop shot Sonya Massey, the white officer, he shot Sonya Massey after she said, I rebuke you. Think that's a coincidence? Look at that boy sign in this picture and then tell me that it's a coincidence that Sonya Massey was killed after she said, I rebuke you to the officer, that she called for help.
That's when I was in high school, but we would search how to dress, how to do our hair, and it was all based on what Europeans were doing. So God said, this is the dress code. Don't follow what you see with your eyes. Read that again, Yuri.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring.
Right. Wow. So we were warned.
Yes, sir. With the laws, the commandments, right? I hear people say, right now, well, Bishop, it's hard because in today's time, it's more modern, like it's modern times. Bishop, in your own personal expertise, do you think it's hard?
Now he about to cook him, cause he living off of that modern New Testament. We don't have to follow the commandments. I heard that before. Christian church, demonic black pastor Geno Jennings, he told me. What's the other one? TD Jakes, he said that we live in the New Testament. We don't have to worry about modern. Shut the fuck. Listen, I'm not trying to disrespect you, 3 Million Production. If that's you doing this interview on your page right now. But I don't think the interviewer knew who he talking to. Because Bishop Nathaniel is about to cook him right now. It's not even about to be funny. I'm about to replay his question. It's not even about to be funny. But they don't even the people that's lukewarm, that's in the middle, they don't even understand what they dealing with. See, they don't even understand the type of demon that they dealing with. So when they be out in the streets in the world messing with these people, they don't even know who they dealing with. Because they don't got no discernment. So when you walking around with no discernment, you could be dealing with a demon and you can't even, like that Pop the Balloon show. Why are you going back and trying to figure out the psychology of why somebody doesn't want to be with you? They pop a balloon, they don't want to be with you. But on the show that's made by a most likely a black liberal woman, you want to go back and find out why somebody don't want to be around you. When you on your purpose, you don't care about shit like that. You just keep on going. But he about to cook this dude right here, though, man. Unfortunately, man. We got to stop walking around like this as black men not understanding the KJV Bible. That's literally our history.
GQ. Yeah. Then there was one called, was it Mail Night? There was a black version for
Salute to y'all for hitting the like.
Yo,
salute to y'all for hitting the likes too, man. I want y'all to listen to this part right here really, really, really close. Salute y'all for hitting the likes, man. I appreciate y'all.
That's when I was in high school, but we would search how to dress, how to do our hair, and it was all based on what Europeans were doing. So God said, this is the dress code. Don't follow what you see with your eyes. Read that again, Yuri.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring.
Right. Wow. So we were warned.
Yes, sir. With the laws, the commandments, right? I hear people say, right now, well, Bishop, it's hard because in today's time, it's more modern, like it's modern times. Bishop, in your own personal expertise, do you think it's hard being righteous in modern times?
Not at all.
Why is
that? Watch this. Look at Leviticus 18. I went to animal. Find me the animal. It might be around 27. When I was in Jamaica, I had the same thing. Question came.
And you might say to yourself right now, you probably know where he's going. But please believe it, that it's people like this doing this today.
Well, when I was in Papua New Guinea, the same thing came up. You
Look
found
it
the
up.
animal?
Yes, sir.
Look it up.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion.
Is that hard? Not to have sex with an animal? No. It's not hard. the society is, oh no, it's impossible. So I always read this law. So is that hard to keep? And the answer is always no. That's very easy to keep. So even like that.
Now, what do these Caucasian people be doing? And it's a joke, right? It's a running joke that Caucasians do what with their dogs in their mouth. Hey, listen, bro. I don't make the rules. I just play the game.
Should not commit adultery. You're married. It's not hard not to deal with my brother's wife. Right. You got your own wife. Right. These are easy things, but society, through television, the media, we like if you look on Netflix, the Nigeria, they just kicked the Nigerians off of that. I don't know what the hell's wrong with our people in Nigeria. Yeah, because they gave them like $2 million to do a film. They bought homes and houses. And they did a movie on with their cell phone. Yeah.
No, that's right.
So they were like, okay, no more you Africans, the hell with this. But my point is that the movies, when you look at like white movies tend to have substance, there may be meanings or something. Black movies tend to be based with murder, drugs, adultery, always in the hood. There's some debauchery, some degenerate stuff. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? We don't have any films that have substance. Like when Book of Clarence came out, I was like, yeah! Black people was like, boo! No, Jesus ain't black. They hated that movie.
It was a good movie too.
It was a good movie. I loved that movie. I was like, wow. And that's the way Jerusalem actually was.
Bro, how can you not get... How do you not get a black man from the story of Christ? The story of Christ is literally probably more than half of all of the black Americans ever to live life. That's literally probably more than half of all black Americans that ever lived life. Humiliated in public, unalived in public by a Roman.
With the gangs in the movie, the drug use in the movie, the whoremongering, the clubs in the movie, all that, when you read like Hosea 4 and 1 down, it tells you that was in Jerusalem. God said, because of this, I'm going to punish you. And we went into slavery after that. So our people look at Book of Clarence and go, that's not how it was. They were holy. If they was holy, why did God allow it to be destroyed in 70 AD? Wow. Think, it was not holy. Wow. It wasn't. You got something for me?
Hosea 4 and 1.
Okay, read that.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 1.
According to these white people like Mitch McConnell, he's up there in age. He's like 100 years old. He say that don't matter. But it's literally white people walking around trying to make little AI videos of it and everything to see what the fall of Rome was like. But the last 150 years of American history doesn't matter. And we didn't do it, so but it's under your name, it's under your rule as government. Don't you understand that? Oh, it's not a rule, it's a democracy. So see how these people talking, they think in semantics. They move in semantics.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood.
So we was an unrighteous people. What we just read right there, you go, that's the Old Testament, that's old. But it applies today. Everything that Officer Yuri just read applies to us today. There's no truth of God in the land. Everybody's lying. God is wide, and you can do whatever you want. There's swearing. There's murder in the land. There's adultery. You're going to go across the street, look at that damn strip club over there. All manner of sin is still going on in the black community. and the church has not stood up against it.
Yeah.
We have something in the IUIC called the Church Blitz. Now, what we do with the church is we send them an email with a follow-up phone call,
Wow.
asking to sit down with the pastor so we can help fix the black community.
Mm-hmm.
Some have accepted, some have not. But the ones when we do go, the first thing they say to us, we don't want to hear no Bible. We don't want to hear that.
Bro, it's so crazy because I watch multiple videos and that's literally what every single pastor be saying. We don't want to, no, put the Bible away. Nigga, put the Bible away. So that's when I knew, when I started watching these people videos, that everything I had learned coming up in the church and all of this shit was a lie. It was a lie. The church don't matter. The Bible and his word matter more than anything. You could have church anywhere. I could have church on the corner of the earth. It doesn't matter. I still got the word, right? I'm still saying the word. Yeshua HaMashiach, the Most High, kiss the Father, Elohim. I'm still saying the word. So it don't matter. It's the word.
We're showing, like, look, right outside, like when we went to Geno Jennings.
Oh, wow.
There was prostitution right out there.
Geno Jennings Church?
Geno Jennings Church.
Wow.
On the corner. So I was like, I mean, it was scarce. I saw one or two, but you could tell these were not upstanding women. So when we went there, it was to sit down with him and say, listen, we can help. Let's work together and help fix this. But it starts with teaching. We must live right and teach right. But we never got a chance to sit down with Geno. He never came out of the church. And it's not just Geno. I just pulled him out of a hat. But there's others. People say, well, why you marched around his church? Why don't you do that with white people? We did with the Barclays Center. We went all around that on behalf to stand for Kyrie Irving, where the injustice white people was doing to him. So it's not just, we just do that with attack black people. It's not even so much attacking, standing up against immorality, against injustice. When we go to these places, it's for some righteous reason. And one church came out, they had a crowbar and a gun, pulled a gun on us, and the women started throwing their shoes at us. And this is after church. We're not interrupting church service.
These people are coming to help enlighten the church service and praise the Lord with them. And they out there, literally, I seen this with my own eyes. They shot at these people before and everything. IUIC. So these people will literally come run out their church and throw shoes at them, tell them to leave, curse at them and everything. And these people coming to enhance their church experience, whatever they think they're doing, and come and read the Bible with them. And they don't want to read the Bible with them. They mad at them and everything. Because it's cool to humiliate the black man. That's why you see this dude in this picture holding up a sign that say Jesus was trans. What do Jesus got to do with anything in the liberal? Y'all don't even like Christ, right? So why y'all bringing him up? Y'all don't even like the Most High Yeshua HaMashiach, son, the son. Y'all don't even like him. So why is y'all bringing him up? Because he's a black man and we have to humiliate him. We have to humiliate his thinking. We have to humiliate his people. And his name is his people and his community and his parents. Joseph and Mary, they was black too. Jesus' mom, Yeshua HaMashiach mom, she was black. Mary, black lady. You understand? Some people don't understand. So we got to humiliate this black man. This is why they do that. They know the truth. Some of them really know the truth. But they going, it's just so, the thinking that, I seen, it was a white people see, white delusion is stuff like this. This dude made a video, I want to go because I want to go. I don't even remember the content creator name, but I'm going to explain the video to y'all and y'all visualize it. It's this white man reacting to this younger white male who's saying that he can't get a girlfriend, and he went on a whole little male babble about how he can't get a girlfriend and he can't get a woman of his choice and he's sitting in a sports car. You can get any woman that you want, bro. You sitting in a sports car. What are you talking about? He can't get any woman that he wants to be with him sexually and emotionally because he's addicted to corn That's what he said. He said, "Oh, I'm addicted to corn and I can't do this." But that wasn't the reason. He said, and then he starts rambling about how he grew up in the church and his family. That's not what he said, but he basically said his family believed in God, and they held him to certain standards growing up. So he would some shit that he tried to say that had to do, basically he tried to say it had to do with God. And the dude was like, yeah, when you're in a religious household, see, they look at it like religion. See, a thing to them, a religion is a theory to them. It's just a theory. No, this is history to me. There's a difference when you it's a theory, and it's something that you just gotta don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. No, this is real life. This is my history. This isn't something where I just put it away in the corner. I just went to church. I feel good about myself. I feel like somebody now. I wore a suit inside the church with my wife. Nah, bro. Have you ever read the story of Job? Like, this is my real life. I know this is my life. I read Deuteronomy chapter 28 and I felt something. Nigga, my spidey senses started tingling. A lot of y'all don't understand what y'all church can't even read Deuteronomy chapter 28. If the government walked into y'all church and was spying on y'all and sent a black liberal into y'all church, because that's what they do, sent a black liberal into y'all church and found out y'all was reading Deuteronomy chapter 28, they'll shut your church down. Let Charleston White walk up in your church and they start reading Deuteronomy chapter 28. They'll make sure your church gets shut down. Now use Charleston White because he an agent.
But I'm showing you how the church today is not the church from back in the day that we see on TV with Martin and all that. It's two different groups. You got millennials running churches now.
Yeah.
And these people are insane in the membrane. They don't care about the Bible. They will use the Bible to get your money.
Yeah.
That's about it. Give me that Micah 3:11. Let me show my money in the church. And I got a funny story to tell you too about what Micah 3:11.
Micah chapter 3, verse 11. The heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, is not the Lord among us?
Is not the Lord among us? Go ahead.
None evil can come upon us.
Because they think they're good in the hood because they're rich. Like LA pastors. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that show.
They were all rich. Patrick, no.
Grace
D.A.
Jones's
Patrick,
brother.
D.A. Dietrich.
Yeah.
I don't know these guys' names.
Dietrich had it.
Dietrich
that's what
had
I'm
it.
thinking about. Yeah.
You have Pastor Noel, and it was a bunch, 5 or 6 of them. I can't remember.
Rolls Royces and all that. Yeah.
I used to do security. I don't know if I told y'all this story. I used to do security. Did I
Yeah.
tell you that?
But if you can, Bishop, you can tell it again. I'm listening to you.
And there was a white guy who wanted to see the Escava family. I said, well, nobody's here except their younger brother, David, who was 19 at the time. He said, can I go in and talk to him? I said, sure, he's right there. Guy walks over, grabs David's hand, kisses his hand, is on his knees, and is crying. And I'm looking like, huh? So as he comes out, I said, I said, what was that about? He said, do you know who the Escavas are? I said, yeah, they own the store. He says, no. They got all the community, particularly Jewish, this is around Delancey Street in Manhattan, to give 10% of their weekly earnings in one bank account and finance people from Russia, Czechoslovakia, Israel, and buy them home.
Russia, Ukraine, Czechoslovakia, white people that just got here, getting money, getting grants from these Jews. They taking care of their community, making sure they got a place to stay, making sure they in a good community. But what is our people doing? Some funny business. You got to know when you're a black person, you got to move squeaky clean so these people don't get on you. They looking for any reason to get on you. Y'all don't even know these people stole our identity, collected some money from America, collected some money still to this day, trying to collect money from Germany under that name of the nation, Germany or whatever, right? These people is over here taking over. And what is we doing? Killing each other.
Yo, he said I was one of those families. I was like, wow. Then I thought about the black church. With all that collecting of tithes and taking people's W-2s, imagine if they took just 10% of what they make. They could revitalize the black community overnight, but they won't do it. That's not in their mind.
Bishop, I personally grew up in the church for years, like 20 plus years, right? And seeing how much money is like circulated, right? And then seeing theft in church. It's like all of this can change, to your point, overnight. We see immigrants come and they're able to build all of that. And, you know, hearing you in scripture break down Old Jerusalem, how it was the same way. Why haven't we changed, Bishop, of seeing our ancestors from thousands of years ago making the same mistakes that we're making today? Why are we constantly just falling for the same pitfalls?
We are a rebellious people. Find me that, Yuri. We are a rebellious. Give me the Isaiah 30:1 or 32:1. One of those two. We have an innate hatred to God's laws. And the laws are easy. Thou shalt not steal. That's not hard. But for some, it's just so difficult. I need what you got. I got to take what you got. Yuri, you got me?
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children.
You know, God calls us the rebellious children. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
Right, we don't take counsel from the Bible. Go ahead.
And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
What do we cover ourselves with? We cover ourselves with Christianity.
Yeah.
Christianity has been detrimental to us. Christianity orchestrated the transatlantic slave trade under Pope Nicholas V, and we follow the same religions of the people that oppressed us.
Wow.
And then we say, oh, what about politics? Politics was detrimental to us. They helped fund the Ku Klux Klan and all that, but we just love them.
The Democrats did.
They may add sin to sin.
See what we do? We add sin to sin. So this has always been our problem.
Yeah.
That's why some of us gonna make it, some of us not gonna make it.
Easy.
The Bible says in Zechariah 13:8, 2/3 of our people must be cut off and die.
That's a large
That's
number,
Bible
man.
prophet. That's 2 out of 3. It's like, dang, Lord, are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. They ain't right. They ain't no good.
Yeah.
You know?
Hearing that, right, about 2 out of 3, Bishop. In church, everybody's God is nice. He's loving. He's this dude with blonde hair. He's
Give me that Daniel 7:9. Let's get that first. Daniel 7, and it gives a description. People say, you know, like in John 4 says, God is a spirit.
right.
Which is true. God is a spirit. Then we ask the question, well, is there color? Is there any spiritual forms? They say, no, it's just smoke. I'm like, really? Read that for us.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
So Daniel sees a vision of all the thrones, the kingdoms of the world being destroyed.
Now, if you really believe in this book, this should sound like heaven to you. This should be heaven on earth. Daniel chapter 7 and 9 was literally describing, but some of y'all don't really believe this stuff. So I need people like Truther 77 on here, 777 on here to stop speaking about the Most High. You don't believe this stuff. You don't really sit up here and think. Nigga, I remember there used to be days I would think, yes, I said nigga, and I'm talking about God. Yes, I'm cursing, I'm talking about God. This cussing pastor. Nigga, I'm cussing pastor. Fuck is you talking about? But yeah. Yeah. I wondered all day. I'm like, bro, so what you mean, hair of wool? Looking at my hair. Looking at wool on Google Images. It's that one. We didn't make the book like this. We made it an image of him. White people, I just got here, man. I just got here. You come from my family nutsack. White people. That's why y'all so mad all the time. Cause I got a recessive gene to the sun. It's not my fault.
Well, give me that Daniel 7 and 9. Let's get that first. Daniel 7, and it gives a description. People say, like in John 4 says, God is a spirit.
Right.
Which is true. God is a spirit. Then we ask the question, well, is there color? Is there any spiritual form? They say, no, it's just smoke. I'm like, really? Read that for us.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
So Daniel sees a vision of all the thrones, the kingdoms of the world being destroyed. France, America, Britain, Germany, Saudi Arabia, destroyed. Good.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
Why is he called the Ancient of Days? Because he's older than days. Before he said the evening and the morning were the first day, he was already in existence. Go ahead.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
Now, in order to sit, you got to have a body. Go ahead.
Whose garment was white as snow.
Garment means clothes. In order to have clothes, you must have a body. Go ahead.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
So he had pure wool and afro hair on.
Man, I gotta replay that, man. IUIC, they really bring it out. They really bring the scripture to life. It's not our fault that the words say that. The words say that for a reason. It's not just there for no reason. It's just the Bible, man. Who cares? I don't read books. I just kill niggas all day. I don't care. I just put money on niggas' heads all day. I don't care about nobody's family. I don't care about nothing. I don't care about my family. I don't care about nobody. Fuck everybody. I listen to stupid ass music all goddamn day. She just want to shake her ass, bro. Leave her alone, bro. Don't read Deuteronomy chapter 28, bro. We part of this stupid ass gang, bro, that perpetuate dumb shit. Then when we get in jail, we don't even bang the damn gang. We don't even kill for the gang when we get in jail. We just fall in line behind the next nigga, bro. That's my big homie, bro. In jail doing stupid ass homosexual shit, bro. It's all right, bro. We don't nobody care about the Bible. Wallahi, bro.
Go ahead.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
Now, in order to sit, you got to have a body. Go ahead.
Whose garment was white as snow.
Garment means clothes. In order to have clothes, you must have a body. Go ahead.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
So he had pure wool and afro hair on his head. So what is God?
So the hair on his head is like pure wool. Is Daniel somebody tell me Daniel lying? Daniel lying, the Bible say God is say Christianity. Too bad I'm not a Christian. What is that? What is that? They say they are Jews, but they're not? What are you talking about? I'm not a Christian. What are you talking about? Oh, you a Christian? He a Christian? Who's a Christian? I don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about, so stop fucking talking to me. You Caucasian liberals. You understand that? They don't know what the fuck you were talking about. So stop trying to talk to me about Jesus, because I don't know who the fuck Jesus is. I know Yeshua HaMashiach. I know Elohim. I know the Son of Man.
About 2 out of 3. Bishop, in church, everybody's God
King
is
of
nice.
Kings.
He's loving. He's this dude with long hair. He's so sweet. He's so nice. But in scripture, it's completely different. Who is God exactly, according to scripture?
God is a black God. Number one, give me that Daniel 7 and 9. Let's get that first. Daniel 7, and it gives a description. People say, like in John 4 says, God is a spirit.
Right.
Which is true. God is a spirit. Then we ask the question, well, is there color? Is there any spiritual form? They say, no, it's just smoke. I'm like, really? Read that for us.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
So Daniel sees a vision of all the thrones, the kingdoms of the world being destroyed. France, America, Britain, Germany, Saudi Arabia, destroyed. Good.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
Why is he called the Ancient of Days? Because he's older than days. Before he said the evening and the morning were the first day, he was already in existence. Go ahead.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
Now, in order to sit, you got to have a body. Go ahead.
Whose garment was white as snow.
Garment means clothes. In order to have clothes, you must have a body. Go ahead.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
So he had pure wool.
Yeah, that nappy shit. He had pure wool, nappy looking. pure wool. Go look up wool. Do that look like that stuff that be on Caucasians' head? Or do that look like that stuff that be on black men' head? That y'all say is nappy and need to get twisted that right way and greased down on it. Which one is it? Is it the one that white people be flowing and the one that y'all the white Jesus? Do that look like white Jesus? I don't think that look like white Jesus. Caesar Borgia. I don't think that look like any white person. Woolly hair? Woolly. Woolly. Does that make you, how does that make you? Oh, I don't care. Jesus was trans. Well, who's Jesus? What are y'all even talking about? That just talking about some regurgitative shit that y'all made up in y'all mind because y'all not reading this Bible. Y'all not reading it. Y'all don't read.
But Afro.
Say that one more time.
In Scripture is completely different. Who is God exactly, according to Scripture?
God is a black God. Number one, give me that Daniel 7:9. Daniel, let's get that first. Daniel 7, and it gives a description. People say, like in John 4 says, God is a spirit.
Right.
Which is true. God is a spirit. Then we ask the question, well, is there color? Is there any spiritual form? They say, no, it's just smoke. I'm like, really? Read that for us.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
So Daniel sees a vision of all the thrones, the kingdoms of the world being destroyed. France, America, Britain, Germany, Saudi Arabia, destroyed. Good.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
Why is he called the Ancient of Days? Because he's older than days. Before he said the evening and the morning were the first day, he was already in existence. Good.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
Now, in order to sit, you got to have a body. Go ahead.
Whose garment was white as snow.
Garment means clothes. In order to have clothes, you must have a body. Go ahead.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
So he had pure wool and Afro hair on his head. So what is God? A black man. And he has a body that he wears clothes and he sits on a throne. But the church says, no, he's a spirit. It's all lies that the church has pushed against us. And give me that Revelation 14. I'm going to show you another one. New Testament scripture. Revelation 14, I believe it's verse 2 and 3. Or verse 3, I think. Revelation 14. Is it 2 or 3? It's right there. Come on.
Revelation chapter 14 and verse 2. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of
Revelation 4, yes, I believe it is. I'm trying to get my thoughts. Check 4. Is it 4 and 1 and 2, down to 3?
Yes, sir.
That's it. All right. Thank you.
Revelation chapter 4, verse 1. After this, I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven. And the first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet talking with me.
Come on.
Which said, come up hither, and I will show thee things which must be hereafter.
Here it comes.
And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne.
One sat on the throne. Good.
And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone.
When you look up those two stones, they're brown stones.
Don't let nobody tell you that God doesn't have a color. Don't let nobody tell you God is a woman. Don't let nobody tell you God's son was a trans. Don't let nobody tell you none of this noodle wrist shit that these people and these liberals be out here regurgitating and you conservative white people be allowing. But y'all go, oh, I believe in him. I believe in him too. No, you don't. Y'all are white people who are confused out here walking around, confusing my people. We don't want to be next to y'all. We don't need to be around y'all. Do y'all liberals understand that? You black liberals, you starting to understand? That y'all crying to the police, the police, the police? You look dumb.
After this, I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven. And the first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet talking with me.
Come on.
Which said, come up hither, and I will show thee things which must be hereafter.
Here it comes.
And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne.
One sat on the throne, good.
And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone.
When you look up those two stones, they're brown stones. Brown, dark brown stones. Go ahead.
And there was a rainbow round about the throne.
You know, a rainbow has like 8 colors in it, 7, 8 colors in it. It says there's a rainbow around the throne. So there's color in heaven. Go ahead.
In sight like unto an emerald.
Emeralds are green. So colors in heaven. God has color. He has a body. But
everybody not going to make it. 2 out of 3 is going to perish. 2 out of 3 is going to perish. So I don't expect no white person to come up to me knowing knowing with anything. When they come up to me and start speaking, I want them to start saying some regurgitated bullshit, because if they don't, that means something crazy is about to happen. If a white person come up to me and say, man, I know that I'm going to have to, be a slave in heaven, I'm going to be like, wait, what the fuck? I'm going to be looking around thinking like I'm on pranked or something, because they're not supposed to understand this shit. They're supposed to be mad and be atheists and all this other shit. This is what they're supposed to do. And that's exactly what the devil wanted them to do. So it's easy to do exactly what Satan wants you to do. It's easy. Just think about it. It's easy to do exactly what Satan wants you to do. It's harder to give black people what they just do and give them their reparations. And create real history, Trump. It's harder to do those things because it's easy to do what Satan wants you to do. These people calculated it, not me. They said y'all owe $350,000 to black people, and black people created billions of dollars of net worth. And you got to pull out 14 trillion so that they could you know what I'm saying, get their money's worth from working for 500 years for free. Like, this is what they said. I didn't say this stuff. Y'all people coming out and saying this and calculating this stuff. This quote unquote professionals and scholars. But it's these people that's not the professionals and scholars that's trying to act like they don't know what happened. And you want to know why? Because you don't know what happened. You're ignorant. You're a Christian. You're ignorant. You're a regular white person out here that don't know nothing that's going on. You never read the Bible before. You're ignorant. You're a black person that never read the Bible before. You're ignorant. So yes, these white people could put you in a contract 360 and have you sitting up here unaliving your people with the money. And then when they prove that you did it through your account, because they have your social, because you're considered a citizen, right? You don't think, oh, I'm a gangster. I'm not no citizen. I'm a gangster. Okay. Then when they pull up the feds pull up all of the evidence, right? Because they got a 99% conviction rate, right? That's what they boast. You know what 99% means? You would know what that means if you read. That means they're watching you. That means they're watching your every movement. You have a digital footprint. You have a footprint with your credit card. You have a footprint with money that you're spending. Everything is recorded nowadays. But you would understand that if you read the Bible, if you actually read these laws that America has come up with, if you actually looked at some of these cases, but you didn't do that, you just jumped headfirst into the streets and got whacked. Just jumped headfirst in the streets and got life. Just jumped headfirst in the streets and missed 20 years of your life, 10 years of your life. You just jumped head first in the streets. Now you a goddamn fugitive. You just jumped head first in the quote unquote streets, and now you a goddamn felon. Nobody didn't read this shit. No man sat you down and read the Bible to you and told you the truth. You a goddamn Christian. We got another video, y'all. I appreciate y'all for leaving a like, man. We lost our way, man.
chapter 28. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee, and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kine, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways. The Lord shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thine hand unto, and he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, and walk in his ways. And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy ground, in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers to give thee. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow.
Serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
Who had a yoke of iron upon their neck until they are destroyed? Now, ignorant black person will say, I never had a yoke of iron around my neck. It was around my wrist. Who had a yoke of iron around their neck?
So this is a picture.
You gotta get, at some point, you gotta get tired of being a degenerate.
It's horrific.
We have
Therefore,
degenerate
shalt
Americans
thou
walking around, they
serve thine
don't know
enemies.
their history. They never learned their history. That is degeneracy. That is stealing somebody's identity. If you're telling them that you are a person that you are not, it's literally proven in the Bible who black people are. Black Americans. When I say black people, black Americans descendants of slavery. It's proven in the Bible. You have to stop the degeneracy. You have to like literally go in your mind and fight it. It's so embedded in people in black people's mind. It's like a person like Debo in their mind. You have to go in there and fight it. This is how you fight it with this Bible and explaining to them who they are because they don't know who they are. So why would a white person care about who you are if a white person don't even know who the fuck they are? They don't even know they're a fucking European. Even if they do, they still don't understand what that means. They lost. We have a group of lost. This is a lost nation. This is a lost nation, bro. It used to let me make 5-minute videos right there with that, but for some reason it said it's short, so I'll do the short then. I don't know. But trying to tell y'all, bro. We got degenerate people walking around. They don't know who they is in America. That's why stuff like Yellow Beezy situation and Mo3 situation is happening. And if you can't understand that, you're a degenerate black person. If you can't understand that black people don't know the laws of this land today in America, and they don't know the laws of their Israelite heritage, then you don't understand anything. You're a degenerate black person. Now you want to know what's worse? You want to know what's like? You want to know what's? You want to know what's even worse than that? A degenerate white person. He don't even know. She don't even know what they is. They just, oh, I'm a white person. I just spawned here. They think they just spawned here. They don't know what happened. They don't want to acknowledge what happened. They heard about it a little bit in school. They don't know. They're degenerates. This is real life history. This Americans are living a lie. It's Americans that celebrate Christopher Columbus Day. It's Americans that celebrate July 4th and shit. They don't know exactly what's happening or what's going on. They don't. I'm not acknowledging racism. I don't see color. Like they say stupid shit like that. That's the type of people that we were raised by and taught in school by people that say, I don't see color. I don't. Those are dummies. Those are degenerates. I don't care if you went to Yale and Princeton and Harvard. I don't care. You're a degenerate because you're sitting up here telling somebody a lie. You're telling somebody a fallacy. Life is not a fallacy. The Bible isn't a fallacy.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So this is a picture. When you Google yokes of iron, this is one of the images. It's horrific. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So this is a picture. When you Google yokes of iron, this is one of the images. It's horrific. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So this is a picture. When you Google yokes of iron, this is one of the images. It's horrific. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have.
God did slavery. So ignorant black people that walk around and say, oh, well, where was God during slavery? Making sure slavery happened because we are a rebellious people that we didn't read the scribes then. We don't read the scribes now. Wow. What a coincidence that we didn't read Moses telling us don't go around them goddamn white people before they take us over there and take us captivity and slavery. That's how he was saying it because Moses is a black person. So he just kept it real with them. You know, in the scribes, whoever was writing the scribes, they made it look nice and put good wording on there or whatever. They was writing in their Hebrew language or whatever, and they probably made it look all good and they probably dressed it up. But Moses told them basically don't go over there with them strange people trying to be around them, and they're gonna put us into captivity. And that's exactly what they did. So if you're telling me that it's words from thousands of years ago written down in a book in a scribe, and that's wrong, and you not even but 30, 40, 50, whatever you claim, you're not even 100 years old, but you telling me some words that's been in this book for thousands of years old, and got people screaming, jumping, and hollering and flipping out their seats. Boy, this word got people screaming, jumping, hollering, and flipping out their seats and breaking their neck. But you want me to believe? Nah, don't believe this. And then when I match this with the history, I'm matching this with the history. My people did have a yoke of iron around their neck. Wait a minute. This is a prophecy, so that means they were taking an educated guess about this, right? Okay, so hold on. This is not rocket science. This is a history book.
Destroyed thee. So this is a picture. When you Google yokes of iron, this is one of the images. It's horrific. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things.
Man, that sounds like slavery. Hunger, thirst, nakedness, a yoke of iron around our neck. That sounds like they was getting on the slave ship. That really happened. That was really prophesied. Shout out to Breakthrough Believers Club. Y'all go take a look at their page, Breakthrough Believers Club. They posted this short.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So this is a picture. When you Google yokes of iron, this is one of the images. It's horrific. Therefore,
And I wonder why these labels put a chain around these dudes' neck. Man, I like to put a chain around my neck so everybody could see that I'm an important slave. I got the diamond stone chain around my neck. You see me? I got the gold chain around my neck. You see me? I'm the important slave.
shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So this is a picture. When you Google,
You see all these young modern black women always walking around naked? That's their power, right? That's their energy. They walking around naked, wanting something. What do they want? The mark of the beast? You have to understand this word first. If you don't understand this word, his word first, you ain't understanding nothing. You're gonna die in dismay, unknowingness. You're gonna die never knowing who you was. So how are you gonna get? How you gonna get to the afterlife and tell God? Some of y'all don't even believe. What do y'all believe? Some of y'all don't even believe in this. So what I believe is you'll be in the lake of fire. Ignorance. Ignorance. Exactly, Divine. It's just ignorance. Some of y'all love it though. You can't get enough of it. Why you can't get enough of the stupid shit? Why you can't focus on something that actually means something today? Why? Why is that hard for you? Because you are rebellious. This is said in the Bible. All of the racist characteristics, all these races that we see today, is the same races of back then when they was writing the Bible and writing the scribes. Old and New Testament. Our characteristics are in the Bible. Our history is in the Bible. White people equals Romans. They act exactly the same. Go read about the Romans in the KJV Bible. I bet you they act just like white people today. I bet you the Romans in the Bible act just like white people today. Wow.
therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So this is a picture. When you Google yokes of iron, this is one of the images. It's horrific. Therefore shalt thou.
So who do you serve, Jasmine Crockett? Who do you serve? While you're trying to walk out and act like you're doing something and you listen to this, not like us, and that, bro, who do you serve at the end of the day? Who is we over here serving? Who's we serving in America?
I have to dissect this. You cannot lump every single person into one boat. Now, the ones you're specifically talking about, I want you to go to Matthew chapter 4 real quick. And I want you to take a look at Yeshua, who's God in the flesh. He's a Jew. And I want you to look at what Satan told him. If you will bow down and worship me, I will give you the kingdoms of the earth. You don't think he's going to try that with other people of that bloodline? Especially if he came to Yeshua, who is a Jew. Not only a Jew, but God in the flesh, the Son of God, Messiah. If he could not get Yeshua, who's the highest of the high, he's going after others, and sadly, some people did. Aside from that, you typically notice that a lot of Jewish people are successful.
How is the Hispanics or Native Americans not part of Israel when they fit the curses? They fit the curses of Deuteronomy 28, bro. Now you will say, well, they was not on no slave ships. When? That means y'all don't understand, bro. That means y'all don't understand that before them people had the cut. How is the Hispanics or Native Americans? Everybody remember these songs. Moving on up to the top. We finally got a piece of the pie. And then Good Times about easy credit ripoffs. And ain't we lucky we got them? Good Times, living in the ghetto. Kids happy to be in the junkyard. Being happy for living in filth. We were all fooled by being happy for living in. But we had hope. We had the Brady Bunch with a dad home and all the kids living in a good, clean house. Chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Oh, so now you say you see the prince of Egypt, right? They was in slavery. Moses had to get his people out of slavery. The Israelites in the Bible never walked back to Egypt, right? They walked up out of there and never walked back into Egypt, right? Especially not as slaves, right? Read what that means. So when we're talking about Egypt in this part right here, you got that? Yes, sir. Read. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt is synonymous with the word bondage. Bondage in terms of, it means what? Slavery. Right? So you go into slavery. Go back to verse 28 real quick. Yes, sir. Yep. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. He's going to bring us into slavery again with.
Do y'all know what that means? We're going to get brought into Egypt again with ships. They'll try to act like they don't know what this means and they never read it. Please believe me, white people have read this before. This is why, if you look on the back of a dollar bill, there's an Egyptian pyramid on the back of the dollar bill. That's not a coincidence.
Chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Oh, so now you say you see the prince of Egypt, right? They was in slavery. Moses had to get his people out of slavery. The Israelites in the Bible never walked back to Egypt, right? They walked up out of there and never walked back into Egypt, right? Especially not as slaves, right? Read what that means. So when we're talking about Egypt in this part right here, you got that? Yes, sir. Read. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt is synonymous with the word bondage. Bondage in terms of, it means what? Slavery. Right? So you go into slavery. Go back to verse 28 real quick. Yes, sir. Yep. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. He's going to bring us into slavery again with ships. Deuteronomy chapter 20.
Did these people bring us into slavery again, or did they not? Oh, my fault. You don't even know who you is. You thought you just spawned over here from Africa. You don't even think that. You don't even know Africa's a continent. Nigga, Africa's not no little ass place. Africa's a big ass continent. You don't even know where you from. They ain't even tell you in school. They ain't teach you, so you don't care and you don't know. Nigga, these people bring us back into slavery again. Again. It's that serious, man. So if you want to know why people walking around with diamond crusted yokes of iron around their neck, read the Bible. You'll find out a lot. Matter of fact, you'll get the cheat code if you read the Bible. As a black American, they try to make it like everybody, all inclusive, everybody. No, 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 no. It's not all inclusive. Sorry. Y'all go over there and read my people's scribes. Y'all go over there in y'all own group. We don't need y'all in our group over here. We don't need y'all coming in our church trying to tell our people don't if you want some money, don't read Deuteronomy chapter 28. We don't need y'all over here. It's not an all accepting type of, oh, everybody, please don't fight racism with more racism. Don't watch out. All right, go over there and y'all go do what it means for you over there. Cause I don't know, I don't ever seen your people with a yoke of iron around their neck. I never seen no white people with yoke of irons around their neck. I never seen that. I don't even know how that's supposed. Who's depicting that? Because that's not real. That's not history. The Bible is history. The Bible, the old Bible, got a better sense of history and wherewithal than you as a human person today in a modern society with the internet and everything. You don't know what happened, so you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going on. Stay over there. You're a degenerate. You believe in fairy tales. You believe in the white American fairy tale. Christopher Columbus, Christmas, July 4th. Enjoy. Over there. You're a demon. You don't even know why you're a demon. You think now I'm trying to I'm talk down on your character or something. No, you just a demon because that's what you're supposed to be. I'm not trying to talk down on your character. I'm not trying to big myself up or be over you, or I'm not trying to talk about you or be mean to you. You're just a demon. You're a degenerate. You don't know what happened. You don't know what's going on in the country that you live in. Isn't that degeneracy, Mitch McConnell? Don't kids learn history in school? Mitch McConnell? Why are kids learning about what happened in fucking uh with the fake Jews and Annie and all this? What's her name? What's the girl name they had us read in school? I forgot. When she was sleeping in the attic. Because that's history. We didn't do that. Did you do that, Mitch McConnell? Did you fight in World War II, Mitch McConnell? No, you didn't. But we still talk about it. I still teach our kids this shit in school, right? Because it matters. It's showing you why today is today. But when you are a degenerate, you don't give a fuck about none of this shit. And you just keep on living every day like it's a fairy tale. It's a new day for me to fuck up and do some stupid shit and not know what's going on. And get blindsided by this shit.